In the grand theater of baseball, where legends are forged one swing at a time, a new folk hero has stomped onto center stage. Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh, affectionately nicknamed Big Dumper by a legion of adoring fans, is authoring a season for the ages. With an astonishing 38 home runs before the All-Star break, he's not just leading baseball, he's on a historic pace. He's chasing the ghost of 2022 Aaron Judge, and his American League record is 62 homers. But this isn't a solo performance. The former king, Judge himself, lurks with 35 bombs at the break, while global icon Shohei Ohtani watches with 32. Before 2025, Cal Raleigh was a solid, if not spectacular, Major League catcher. Known more for his steady presence behind the plate and his respectable power, he was a key cog on the Seattle Mariners machine, but hardly a name mentioned in the same breath as baseball's elite sluggers. His career trajectory was one of incremental improvement. After hitting 27 home runs in 2022, a season capped by his legendary go-ahead homer that broke Seattle's 21-year playoff drought, he followed it up with a strong 34 long balls in 2024. That figure stood as his career high, a testament to a power-hitting catcher entering his prime. It was a very good number, but it wasn't the kind of number that signaled a looming assault on the record books. Then the 2025 season began, and everything changed. The steady progression erupted into a full-blown supernova. From the opening weeks, Raleigh's bat was on fire. Baseballs weren't just leaving the park, they were being launched into orbit with a ferocity that stunned opponents and delighted fans. By the All-Star break in mid-July, Raleigh had already surpassed his previous career high, sitting on an almost unbelievable 38 home runs. The total at the break was second only to Barry Bonds' 39 at the 2001 break, the year he would go on to set the all-time single-season record of 73. It's hard to imagine Cal can increase his home run pace and have a shot at Bonds' record, but who are we to rule that out completely? This meteoric rise was amplified by his now famous nickname, Big Dumper, coined affectionately in reference to his powerful glutes and thick lower half, the physical foundation of his immense power. The moniker captured the imagination of the baseball world. It was a perfect, slightly irreverent nickname for an underdog player doing superhuman things. Chants of "Dumper, Dumper" rained down not just at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, but in visiting stadiums as fans across the league embraced the larger-than-life story. The legend grew exponentially on July 14, 2025, under the bright lights of the Home Run Derby. While many sluggers see the Derby as a draining expedition, Raleigh embraced the spectacle, swinging with joyful abandon. He systematically dispatched his competitors, culminating in a final round victory that crowned him the Home Run Derby king. In doing so, he became the first catcher in the history of the sport to win the event, shattering the notion that the physical toll of the position would be a hindrance. It was a coronation. He wasn't just a statistical leader, he was a showman, a champion, and became one of baseball's biggest stories. The question was no longer if Cal Raleigh was having a great season, but just how historic it could become. A player doesn't simply wake up and add 20 home runs to their pace by accident. Cal Raleigh's transformation from a good power hitter into a generational slugger is a product of tangible, refined adjustments. While his raw, natural strength has always been evident, the very strength that inspired his famous nickname, the 2025 season has seen him weaponize it with unprecedented efficiency. This surge is a masterclass in honing one's craft, rooted in changes to his approach, mechanics, and mental fortitude. The most critical evolution has occurred in the batter's box before he even begins his swing. Observers have noted a dramatic improvement in Raleigh's plate discipline. In previous years, while powerful, he could be susceptible to chasing pitches out of the strike zone, leading to weaker contact or strikeouts. In 2025, he is hunting pitches with the patience of a seasoned sniper. He has seemingly shrunk the strike zone, refusing to offer at pitches bait on the corners and instead waiting for a pitch he can drive. This newfound selectivity means that when he does decide to swing, it's far more likely to be at a pitch in his hot zone, an area where he can get maximum extension and leverage. Pitchers can no longer rely on him to get himself out. They are forced to challenge him, and he's making them pay dearly. This refined approach is paired with subtle yet crucial mechanical tweaks. Working with hitting coaches, Raleigh appears to have optimized his swing for both power and contact. The last couple seasons, he struggled with high-velocity fastballs. Most of his home runs were on lower-velocity fastball mistakes or off-speed pitches. Cal adjusted his stance to be more upright and also flattened out the barrel of his bat. This has allowed him to load sooner and have better success against high velocity. Advanced metrics would likely show a significant spike in his barrel rate, the percentage of batted balls with the perfect combination of exit velocity and launch angle. He's not just hitting the ball hard, he's hitting it hard and in the air. The fundamental recipe for a home run explosion. Finally, one cannot discount the impact of his physical conditioning and the mental confidence that comes with it. Catching is the most physically demanding position in the sport. For a catcher to sustain a power surge through the grueling first half of a season is remarkable. It speaks to an off-season regimen designed to build not just strength, but endurance. This physical readiness has fueled a psychological snowball effect. Success begets confidence, and Raleigh is playing with the swagger of a man who believes he's the most dangerous hitter on the planet every time he steps to the plate. This potent cocktail of a refined approach, optimized mechanics, and elite conditioning is the engine driving his historic home run chase. Now, the question is, can he avoid the fatigue and physical breakdown of a long season and maintain this historic pace? The number that looms over the entire American League is 62. When Aaron Judge launched his 62nd home run in the final days of the 2022 season, he didn't just break a record, he set a standard. Roger Maris's American League mark of 61 had stood for 61 years, a hallowed number in baseball lore. Judge's chase captivated the nation, with every at-bat becoming a must-see event. In the eyes of many fans, who view the totals of Bonds, McGuire, and Sosa with suspicion, Judge's 62 is a new era single-season record that is viewed as clean and authentic, not clouded by baseball's steroid era. It represents a monumental achievement of power and consistency in the modern era. This is the mountain Cal Raleigh is now attempting to scale. His pace is, for the moment, staggering. With 38 home runs through the season's unofficial first half, roughly 90 games, a simple mathematical projection puts him on track for a truly breathtaking figure: 68 home runs. This would shatter Judge's previous mark, placing Raleigh's season in the rarefied air of the all-time greats. He's currently ahead of the pace Judge himself set in 2022, when he entered the All-Star break with 33 homers. However, the second half of the season is a different beast. The initial projection is a straight line, but a record chase is a winding, treacherous road. The pressure will become immense. Every game will bring a fresh wave of media attention, with every 0 for 4 night being framed as a slump and every home run treated as a national event. Pitchers and managers will also make drastic adjustments. They'll no longer challenge Raleigh in key situations. He'll be pitched around, nibbled at, and given first base via intentional walks rather than be allowed to beat him. He'll have to fight the temptation to expand his zone and chase bad pitches out of frustration. Furthermore, the physical grind at catching, which has been manageable thus far, will only intensify through the hot dog days of summer and the playoff push of September. Adding to the drama, this is not a one-man race. The man whose record he's chasing, Aaron Judge, is mounting a historic season of his own. With 35 home runs at the break, Judge is right on Raleigh's heels. He is the proven commodity, the one who has endured this exact pressure cooker before and emerged victorious. His presence prevents Raleigh from running away with the narrative and ensures that any stumble will be magnified by the King's relentless pursuit. And while he cannot break the AL record, another Titan casts a long shadow over the proceedings: Shohei Ohtani. In the National League, Ohtani's putting on his own power display, leading the NL with 32 home runs. His chase for MLB's 2025 home run crown adds another layer of intrigue and star power to the story. Ohtani's involvement ensures that the home run race remains the dominant topic in the sport, keeping the spotlight glaringly bright on all three sluggers. This isn't just Raleigh versus a record. It's Raleigh versus the reigning king and the game's biggest global superstar. The second half promises to be a legendary battle of wills. So, we arrive at the ultimate question. Can Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, the catcher turned superhero, actually break Aaron Judge's record of 62 home runs? The evidence presents a compelling yet complex case. The verdict lies somewhere between the boundless optimism of his current pace and the harsh realities of baseball history. The argument for Raleigh accomplishing this feat is powerful and built on the foundation of his incredible first half. His pace is undeniable. Hitting 38 home runs by the All-Star break is a historic feat in itself, putting him on a trajectory for 68. This isn't a fluke. It's the result of a smarter approach at the plate and mechanical adjustments that have turned him into the perfect power-hitting machine. He proved he can handle the spotlight by not just participating in, but winning the home run derby, demonstrating a flair for the dramatic and grace under pressure. Furthermore, he has the intangible it factor. His folk hero status and beloved nickname have created a groundswell of support. He's the underdog story the sport craves, and that positive energy can be a powerful force. However, the case against him is equally, if not more, formidable. The single greatest obstacle is his position. No player has ever hit 60 home runs while serving as a primary catcher. The physical toll is immense and unprecedented. The daily grind of squatting for hours, blocking pitches, and managing a pitching staff saps energy in a way an outfielder like Aaron Judge never experiences. Will his legs have the same power in late September as they did in May? History suggests this will be his most significant challenge. Beyond the physical, there's the mental game. Pitchers will no longer give him pitches to hit. He will face a barrage of walks, both intentional and unintentional, that will test his patience to its limits. The weight of the media crush, which will intensify with every home run, has been known to break even the strongest of players. And, of course, there's Judge himself, a recent champion who's stalking him every step of the way, ready to reclaim his throne. The most realistic verdict is one of cautious optimism tempered by historical reality. Breaking Judge's record will be monumentally difficult. While his current pace is exhilarating, maintaining it through the second half gauntlet is a challenge of a different magnitude. The physical demands of catching make him a long shot compared to a player at a less taxing position. He cannot afford a significant slump, nor can he let the mounting pressure affect his newly disciplined approach. Whether he hits home run number 63 or finishes with 55, Cal Raleigh's 2025 season has already been cemented in baseball lore. He has transformed from a solid contributor into a cultural phenomenon. He's made the Seattle Mariners the center of the baseball universe and has given fans a story to rally behind. The chase for 62 will make every one of his at-bats in the second half an unmissable, high-stakes drama. The ascent of the big dumper is the story of the year, a powerful reminder that sometimes the most unexpected players author the most legendary chapters. The world will be watching. Speaking of Judge, Aaron had a unique upbringing that shaped who he is as a person and a ball player. Watch this video to learn more about Judge's untold story and how it transformed his life and baseball career.